Happy Sunday, gentlemen. It's Easter Sunday. So much has happened this week. We'll just start with giving thanks for just being here, being alive, being upright, being able to breathe, being able to move our bodies, right? 10 days of the burpee challenge, that was a gnarly experience that I had no idea what to anticipate. Thanks to Crystal for pushing us to do that. Hopefully you got involved with that to some degree. It's kind of what this group's about, is finding ourselves, finding our limits, and then pushing them. I took notes, kept pretty solid track of it down that thread. If anybody that didn't do it wants to check it out, read those things, because, man, it was not every day was cool or pretty or fun. But what I found through that journey is it all sits between here, man. Everything's mental. By the end of it, I was pretty committed to myself and pretty easily able to overcome the mental challenges. So I think there's more to that burpee challenge than the burpees themselves. And there's always that underlying message if you're able to hear that. And pretty fascinating. But yeah, today I did 100 burpees nonstop. So ice cream was 100% my motivation, and the only motivation, not the only, but it was the only motivation I had. I've been wanting some ice cream, but Easter weekend and all the things that Jesus did and means to me doesn't have to mean to you, but I definitely invite you to check that out. But what that was for me was some sacrifice and to feel some things and to go through some things. So I got done today, and I got a couple big giant plates of Thai food, and then I had a bunch of ice cream. So I don't know if we're readers in here or not. I'm not much of a reader, partly because I can't remember the sentence I just read when I'm reading a new sentence. But in these places that I go find inspiration, motivation, knowledge, I keep seeing this book come up that these guys are talking about. And I'm like, yo, I've read most of that book. So I'm going to try to jump back into it. But I wanted to show you this book. Viktor Frankl, called Man's Search for Meaning. And this fella was a Holocaust, what do you call those? Yeah, concentration camp. He lived in concentration camps in World War II. And it says the classic tribute to hope from the Holocaust. So anybody that's in a reading mood or needs that next level of motivation, definitely inspiration. I'm over half through it, but it's been a year. I read it last winter when I was down here, and this winter's been such a different thing. But anyway, get online, get on your Spotify, get on your local library, see if they have it. If you're a Kindle, Amazon, whatever. Check this book out, guys. I don't want to make this a book club by any stretch, but like this one here, for this group and what this group is about, it's crucial. And like, I'm not trying to plug it, but where I look for my high level inspiration, these guys are talking about it, and I'm like, yo, I'm into that. So hopefully you guys are all with your family. If you're not, I'm by myself too. So I kind of jumped on here tonight. One, because Sunday nights seem to be a pleasant time to interact. It's a time that now is kind of just fit into my schedule and way of life, and I enjoy it, and I look forward to it, and I look forward to hearing about your wins for the week and what you've overcome, what you've accomplished. So don't hesitate. There's been a lot of physical things happening, and I don't want this to become whatever I'm thinking. I don't even know what it is, but it's more than just fitness. But boy, when you're in a or out of a rut, and even in a good way of life, fitness, self-fitness, that's crucial to a man's existence, because like we've talked about multiple times in multiple videos or whatever, is it's hard to be the man we want to be when we're wondering if we can be the man we want to be. And so tonight, I just want to say thanks to you guys. I've really, like I said it in the in my, I think my day 9, maybe it was my day 8 post of the burpee challenge. I don't remember, but like this group has allowed me to completely transform myself, like from head to toe, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And if you guys are gathering 1 or 2 parts or 3 parts of that, then that's incredible. If you are dialed in 1 or all of those parts, please convey to the group what works for you or what you do in your life to overcome your struggles, because we all have them. I don't care if you make $200,000 a year or $2,000 a month. Like, life is life. And so wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, whatever your struggles are, like, I guarantee somebody else is feeling that struggle as well. And so this is that place to be vulnerable, because most of us don't cross paths regularly. So there's nobody judging you in here. And if there is, like, let them, you know, that's on them. That's their reflection, not yours. But let's go back to being positive. But like, I really do, I want you to see it and hear it from me. Like, thank you. I want to say wholeheartedly thank you for letting me be vulnerable and let me express myself. We've talked about breathing. We've talked about water. We've hammered movement, and it all goes together. And so we can kind of segue. I'm going to probably make a grocery store run. And so I can imagine a lot of people in here have kind of understand the food thing, but we're gonna kind of maybe section into some food stuff and talk about the importance of food. Not tonight, mainly because Publix was closed today down here in Florida, and so I went into the old Winn-Dixie and it was packed. And so I wasn't going to do any grocery shopping or filming. But guys, the importance of this stuff is important, and it does matter, and it matters to your body, it matters to your mind. And if you guys think that dude's just blowing smoke, like, you're the one I'm talking to. You're the one that's slugging beers, eating chili dogs, parking your rotund hind end in an uncomfortable foldable chair at the local ball field or basketball court or wherever that is. Like, we don't have to be that example to ourselves or to our family or to our kids. If you want to take it greater and into the community, guys, I was withered away. I was real close to going on a truck drive or a motorcycle ride that I was planning on not coming back from at different times in my life. And as good as it looked, like, I'm not going to say I'm guilty, but what we see on social media is the good stuff. And so this place gives us the opportunity to be vulnerable and to work on that gritty stuff. And whether we communicate about it or not, that's fine. But there again, remember, my job is to shake things up. And I'm going to. And if you don't like it, hit the exit button. Totally fine. Totally fine. But if you're like, man, like, if you guys, like, I'm not going to share what people share with me. That's not my place. But if you knew the messages that I get from you guys, because it comes from here, you guys would be shocked, man. And it's okay. Like, we don't have to have it all figured out. We don't have to be okay all the time. Like, life is life. Like, it's rough. It's hard. Nobody, not at the highest level of has it figured out, do they have it figured out? And more than likely, the guy at the lowest level, which ain't low, he's probably the one that's got it figured out. Keep it simple. Keep life simple. Don't overthink it. So I always invite you to please reach out to me. If you got my phone number, text me. If you got Messenger on here, send me a message. You do. And I wish that I could or wanted to show you guys what you guys all send me. I'm not going to. That's the trust that you can have in me. Because, dudes, I've been around the world, I think 2 times. And I've drug bottom a good chunk of that time. And I'm on my way up and out. Like, I'm not going back there again. I'm not doing it. 7 weeks completely sober, which sounds cool when you can say it in a sentence, but the reality is I've been knocking stuff off the bad list for, we talk about it in here. I think I quit drinking in 2017. I had a few other little times, but like from being a drinker to a non-drinker, that ended, however many years ago that is, and then just in this last calendar year, knocking off the other things, and I've never had a prescription drug problem. I'm a VA veteran healthcare guy, so like I've spent years at this point, and the only thing they do, they don't listen to you at all. They don't care. Nah, I can't say that. They don't listen. What they know is what pill to give you for what you say is wrong. That's it. And that's not how you fix yourself. That I can promise you. And so getting over and through this stuff and now getting this mental clarity and now overcoming this mental just being a little bitch. I'm trying not to be a cusser anymore, but I was, fellas, I was a little bitch. And what anybody ever saw, you never saw what it took me to get to the public view or on motorcycle rides or car rides or island hopping. Like, I was a absolute mess. And that's okay. Cause I'm not there anymore. And, but getting over that feeling of not being a little bitch, man, like that is something to be said. And if you can say that and say it with conviction, then good on you. Cause I know what you feel like now. But if you can't say that, like, it's time to do the work. And that's the hard part. I've had a few guys reach out since my sober post on the public stuff about quitting drinking. And dudes, Steve-O, the jackass guy, right? He said it absolute best. He goes, when you quit drinking, that's when you find out the problems you have with alcoholism. When you're drinking, it's Johnny Good Time, You can cover it up. And when you feel bad, you drink more, and that bad feeling goes away. And then we get in that nasty cycle. So, even dipping, like everybody that let me back up. Dipping, Copenhagen, Skull, whatever it is, the new pouches, like you have a sense of something, right? And so you put the thing in and you're like, oh, but then that gets you ramped up again. And so all these things are covering up and masking these little tiny bits. And what feels comforting, it's also giving you a razor blade cut. And eventually you're going to bleed out. And so take this opportunity and take this space to learn to grow. Because you're 40 or older or a little younger or whatever, wherever you're at, you ain't got to figure it out, homeboy. I promise. I seen your belt line. You ain't got to figure it out. The human body has so much more potential than we give it credit for. And that's why I'm going to lead into the food thing probably starting next week. And we're going to spend some time doing that. But like, guys, it's all right. Just don't be content with being gruff. I'm a dude. I do dude shit. You're an unhappy person. And you don't need to be unhappy. And you don't need all these other things to facilitate happiness. Like, we haven't even talked about energy drinks. But good chunk of us in here are hardcore working dudes. And the right concoction of nicotine, caffeine, energy drinks. Maybe you're a weed person, maybe you're not, but maybe you're a beer or whiskey dude at the end of the day, right? Like, whatever that chemical balance, that's all you're doing is adjusting that brain. And if you can take all that away, your brain's going to go, oh, for a minute. But then it's going to level out. And then you're going to be able to think clearly. Business decisions are going to come better. Conversations with your chick are going to come way smoother and easier. And things are going to start turning differently and making different sense. But even the nicotine, just because stuff's legal, doesn't mean it's okay or morally okay. There's no money in healthy people. And our system, capitalist system, runs off money. The beauty industry for the chicks. It's the same thing. We're all trying to be something other than ourselves, or trying to be something in the moment different than what we think that we can be. So challenge yourself. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I want to see. This thing doesn't allow me to do anything on live that I'm aware of. But anyway, I do get in here and babble a little bit. But you know what? I'm going to say this again too. And I'm not saying I'm worth it, anything financially, but I know the information I'm providing is top tier. And I know that I don't provide it in a organized, formatted way. I'm working on it. But guys, this type of stuff, whether you're aware of it or not, there's dudes paying. It'll blow your mind. $100 up to $10,000. Like, granted, we're not in that tax bracket, but $10,000 a month for this stuff. There's dudes, not like me, but like me, that put themselves out there. They have year-long programs to pull your little raggedy ass up out of whatever realm you're in, to be whatever realm you want to be in, that are charging $150,000 for 1 year. And that gets you a certain amount of live time. It gets you a certain amount of email time, certain amount of text time, certain amount of camping and events and whatever, but not a lot. And so if anybody's looked at any coach, I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to be an influencer. I just want to be a dude that's done some stuff that can motivate you to do some stuff. But if you've looked into any of that stuff, take the opportunity to participate in this group. Because like I said, this group will always be free. You guys are the OGs, and I don't know that I'll ever try to charge anything. I'm not super good at that. Maybe it'll morph into something later, but like, this is some high level thought process provoking information. And that's what it's supposed to do. I'm not coming in here to pat you on your back and tell you good job. The world's been doing that to us since we were born. And look what's happened. A lot of us, recovering alcoholics, recovering drug addicts. And if you don't want to call yourself an addict, that's fine. But like, even take it down to the 12-pack and the roll of skull. I'm telling you, take that out of your life and watch what happens to yourself, and then what happens around you with your kids. And if you don't have a chick, watch what kind of gals start coming to you by what you're putting out. Dudes just walk around all gruff, like what's appealing about that, my man? What's appealing about that? Smile. I got the jackedest grill on the planet. You know why? I took my braces off with fucking side dikes and pliers when I was like 8th grade. Be your own dude, man. Quit letting the world tell you what to do. I'm starting to get all flared up. That's where this stuff goes, because the passion is real. Guys, pick you up a book. Expand your mind a little bit. Get off the damn news. Fox, CNN, MSNBC. It's all the same programmed garbage. TV shows, garbage. Award shows, garbage. NFL, garbage. It's all entertainment purposes. There's too much money involved. $billion industry, you think it's a chance? Ain't happening. Guys, grow your mind. Become the man you want to be. You're in here for a reason. You're watching this stuff for a reason. You're interacting for a reason. If you're struggling, admit you're struggling. Look at the guy in the mirror and say, man, we got to get it together. and then move forward. If you don't know where to start, hello, that's what I'm here for. Reach out. Hey, dude, today it happened. Today it happened. Where do I start? What do I do? What did you do? What did you do, Sam? What? Oh, damn, Sammy, good job. Start somewhere. Call somebody. If not, you're going to take this all the way to the grave and think, damn, that was my life. Come on, man. Make the most of it. You ain't got to burn it down every daggone day. But you better try. Guys, you're awesome. I love being vulnerable. I love being passionate. It's kind of what I've done in life. I've done a lot of things. There was a guy in this group that he said, man, you've had so many stages of your life, and it'd be really cool if you could figure out how to get it out, like in order kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, that'd be phenomenal. I'm still working on myself. I'm signed up for a high dollar therapy, and the dollars don't matter. I'd sell everything and walk there if I had to. I'm not going to talk about it yet. I'm going to wait till I do it. It's a big deal. But I am working on myself every single day. And if you're in this group, that's what we're doing. And if you don't want to be a part of that, I will hold your hand, but I'm not going to make you do anything. But if you're like, I want to, I just don't know how, hold my hand for a minute, bro. Like, you don't think I ask people for help along my path? You think I got it figured out? No, I don't. What I have figured out is that I don't have it figured out. That's the easy part. The work on figuring it out is the hard part. There is no goal, right? We're all just going to die. We need to find some joy in this chaos. We need to be the best versions of ourselves. And that best version of ourselves is going to fall. He's going to falter. There's a comment on number 7, typically on 11 or 12. That's how I hide the hurt. Doesn't seem like a win, but it is to me. Good. Dude, you chalk up them little wins. Just chalk them up and reference those. That way, when you dip into the lows, bring yourself back to level. When you get high and life's good and grooving, you're about to get your ass kicked. Bring it back down. That's controlling the highs and the lows and keeping this thing on a more even plane. We don't want to be monotone in our existence because, God, that's boring, right? This whole existence would be so boring if we were all the same. But understanding we're going to have highs, understanding we're going to have lows, that's knowing how this is going to work. And if you got a goal and you can't get there, that was me. That was me. If you have a goal and you can't get there and you're like, God, I just keep spinning my wheels. Time to stop. Time to pause. God, I hate group text. Don't ever include me in a group text. Ever. You can send me text one-on-one and we'll write 1,000 of them back and forth. You put me in a group text and I'm probably not going to be your friend anymore. But it's my fault I didn't hit the do not disturb. But back at it, gentlemen. Expand your mind. It's worth it. None of us have it figured out. We're all here to grow. Thank you for letting me grow. And each one of you is an inspiration to me more than you will ever know, ever in your entire life. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Let's grow together. Let's be this tribe. Let's be this team. Let's be this place we can show up to. It looks like it's going to be on Sunday nights. That may change, but right now, I look forward to Sunday nights. And I wish this was a more interactive doohickey setup, but I'm not a doohickey tech guy. But I'm just looking here on the screen. I'm like, yep, you inspire me. Yep, you inspire me. Yep, you inspire me. So fellas, don't think that we have to win this race. It's not a race. You know, when the race ends, we did. We died. We're done. That's it. So between now and then, most of us are about half-life-ish. Keep the rear view in the back. Keep looking forward. Gentlemen, I did 100 burpees nonstop today. I did them in groups of 20, so obviously you got to stand up and breathe. But I didn't stop. I didn't turn around. I did wipe my sweat one time. And I did wet my my mouth one time because my lungs were about to exit the building. But dude, I went from couldn't put a gallon of milk in the fridge, and it's on here a few weeks ago. I did 1,000 push-ups in a day. And that made me straight up delirious. I'm not going to lie to you. That screwed me up for a few days. And then I did this 10-day burpee challenge, 100 burpees in a day. And today you want to know why I did all of them today in a row? Got this dude down the street. I see him at the gym. He's an older guy, dog walking friend. But now we see each other at the gym, and he's a talker, and that's all right. But he's like, so how many can you do in a row? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm doing 10, like 10 at a time, no big deal. But how many can you do in a row? And I was like, I'm gonna do them all. I'm gonna do them all. Watch. So today, Jesus rose from the grave. I figured I could rise. Good Friday, I did my 100 burpees. At 3 o'clock, did 100 pull-ups. Pistol grips, fronts, and chin-ups, right? Not all of them are beautiful. But dudes, do it. Start doing it and see. Because if you're not, you're looking at me like, one day. Quit lying to yourself. Love yourself. With that, I'm out, gentlemen. Happy Easter. Happy Sunday. Go love on your babies. Go love on that woman. If you ain't got a woman, start loving on yourself so them women will come to you. And I promise you, life is too short. We got a lot of it left. Lots of it left. I'm out, man.